weaknesses that we must be able to address as a people or as a government, so that we can be able to provide good services to our people by working together, because we have got the same objective. The members of the press have got a target audience that they must be able to provide with content, with information. But at government, we have the information, but we don't have the voice to reach the targeted audience, which is the same for both of us. And therefore, that collaboration is key, so that we can be able to satisfy the needs of the same target audience that we have. So I want to, again, thank you for that collaboration, which has been very, very good over the years. Now, for today, ladies and gentlemen, we have invited you here to talk about a very, very important event that is ahead of us, that the general elections and the conduct and responsibility of our people. This is Kenyan society. And today, we're indeed privileged to have with us the National Police Service spokesperson, Bwana Bruno, who is well known to you. He'll be telling us a little bit about what the National Police Service is doing or plans to do to ensure that we cross that bridge tukiwa sote salama. We also have Madam Olive, who is communications person, Olive Metet from NCIC, who is also here as a communications person. And, you know, we were also expecting to get a representative from the IBC, but for reasons that were beyond their control, they were not able to join with us. But maybe in the future, they will be able to join with us, so that we can all together, you know, converse and discuss issues that are important to us, even as we head to general elections, as a people and as people who are united towards one common goal. But ladies and gentlemen, like I've already said, you know, we are aware that the elections are only a few months away. Come 9th August, Kenyans will be presented with this democratic moment to choose the leaders and the government that they want. Such a moment comes only every 5 years. It is a moment in the past. It's a moment that in the past had been filled with anxiety, enthusiasm, panic for others, and even violence in some places. All the way from 1992, 1997, 2007, 2013, and even 2017, we have had to contend with electoral-related violence, hate speech, and other forms of intolerance. Tension and violence experienced most times as a product of incitement by leaders, and in some cases, the media. Judging by that past and common knowledge, such outcomes have come to define our elections. But collectively, we are saying, never again. Recognizing this reality and considering that Kenyans are desirous of peace during elections, relevant government departments and agencies have come together in a multi-agency setting to synergize in preparation and response to issues that may arise before, during, and possibly after elections, in order to ensure a stable political situation that inspires confidence among our people prevails. Ladies and gentlemen, political contest is a democratic activity that is provided for in our Constitution, and it is a democratic right for every Kenyan to participate. Participation here implies one presenting himself or herself to the electorate for any seat and in any part of the country. Kenyans are free to vie for any seat within the Republic of Kenya, and they are also free to campaign and sell their policies and agenda anywhere, but within the law. Specifically, our Constitution 2010 grants all Kenyan citizens the freedom of speech. This freedom, however, has been misconstrued by others, very few though, to be freedom to spread hate, freedom to intimidate others, freedom to abuse, and freedom to make unprintable remarks. It is rather unfortunate that some of these insightful statements are made by none other than some of our leaders with little care to the impact of their utterances, more on the youth who look up to them for mentorship, for guidance, for direction. It is important to remind our leaders that they are expected to inspire, to encourage, and to build courage and resilience, not to build an environment of fear, panic, uncertainty within the society. We must all aspire to be responsible citizens, and it is demanded of us all to be mindful of others, even as we enjoy our constitutionally guaranteed rights and freedoms. This is expected even more from a leader. Therefore, all called upon to shun hate speech and other forms of intolerance, particularly the youth, who are advised to act responsibly and to avoid being used for selfish gains by politicians. By doing so, we shall preserve critical bonds that hold our society together and create an environment to facilitate more development. We're also aware that the media is equally critical in any democratic process. Used badly, it can be a divisive tool. Examples are many where the media has been deployed badly with grave consequences. We therefore urge members of the Fourth Estate to exercise their freedom of the press responsibly. Reporting should not be skewed in any manner that can lead to polarization. So we are asking the media to be very, very nonpartisan. We are also aware about how the internet, for instance, and other digital spaces have expanded capacities and opportunities for communication. This has inadvertently also extended the capacities and possibilities for hate speech and other forms of intolerance. Our appeal is for Kenyans to use the power of technology to promote tolerance and spread messages of peace, cohesion, and national unity. As government, we take this opportunity to urge for calmness, sobriety, and civility in the way we carry ourselves, even as we exercise our constitutionally guaranteed civil rights and civil and political rights. Let us not allow divisive politics and rhetoric to threaten our hard-fought economic and democratic gains. Elections come and go, but our country shall always remain. Let us protect it for the next generation. Let us also remind ourselves that peace and stability of our motherland, Kenya, is a responsibility bestowed upon us, upon the shoulders of each and every one of us, with the overarching motivation being to control what we can before trying to control what we cannot. To further amplify our resolve to holding peaceful and credible elections, we are pleased today to host the representatives from different aspects that manage, agencies that manage different aspects of elections. NCSC, for instance, is charged with the responsibility to facilitate peaceful coexistence amongst different communities. As we head into elections, NCSC is advocating for violence-free elections with the motto, elections bila norma. Let us not allow divisive rhetoric to threaten our hard-fought economic gains. I think hapa kuna repeat, I'm sorry about that. NCSC continue to investigate incidences of hate speech. As of now, 51 cases are under different stages of investigation. These cases are from April last year to date. It's also important for Kenyans to understand that the NCSC has been carrying out campaigns to ensure that there is a free and fair election, that every Kenyan is aware about what they are supposed to be doing as we head into elections. There's also been collaborating with various stakeholders, including the National Police Service, Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, Office of the DPP, and Wiyano Platform for Peace. That has been going on. They have also been carrying out engagement at the community level so that Kenyans can be aware about what is expected of them even as we head into the elections. What happens many times is that these leaders who make hate speech, they do that because sometimes we encourage them as electorate to do that. We motivate them, we clap for them, and sometimes even look up to such statements. And we are saying that if we, the electorate, can be able to shout them out, can be able to tell them not to encourage in such kind of utterances, certainly they're going to stop. We're also asking Kenyans to take up this responsibility and tell these leaders to stop, because as a society, we must remain united. We have, like I said earlier on, elections come and go, but Kenya remains. It is important also for Kenya to understand that this is a collective responsibility and we must all be ready to tell leaders who are out to cause division in the country. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll come back a little later. It's now my pleasure to invite Mr. Bruno Siosi from the National Police Service, the spokesperson, to say a few remarks before I come back with other remarks. Karibu Bwana Siosi.
That is the government spokesperson, the retired Colonel Cyrus Oguna, and he has been talking about election preparedness. He has, of course, warned that people who are speaking negative rhetoric in their political campaigns need to stop because there is need for peace in the country, and NCIC is cracking down on the negative rhetoric speakers.